Have you ever heard something that sounded almost impossible? Something that made you stop and think, could that actually be real? That's exactly what happened to me recently. I came across a psychic service online, and the claim immediately caught my attention. They said they could draw your soulmate, not just describe them. Not guess what they might look like, but actually draw their face. At first, I laughed. It sounded too strange to be real. I mean, how could anyone possibly know what your future partner looks like? But curiosity is powerful. And the more I read about it, the more interesting it became. Apparently, thousands of people had already tried it. Many of them shared their sketches online. Some said the drawings looked incredibly detailed. Others said the personality descriptions were surprisingly accurate. And a few even claimed something even stranger. They said they eventually met someone who looked very similar to the drawing. Now, that really made me curious. Was it coincidence? Was it imagination? Or could there actually be something behind it? I decided the only way to know was to test it myself. So I went to the official website. The process was very simple. They asked for a few personal details. My name, my birth date, and a few questions about my personality. Nothing too private. Just things about how I approach relationships. According to the site, this information helps the psychic connect with your energy and understand your romantic path. Honestly, I still wasn't sure what to believe. Part of me thought it was just for fun. Another part of me wondered, what if it actually worked? After filling out the form, I submitted my request. Then came the waiting. They said the sketch could take up to 24 hours. So I tried to forget about it. But I kept thinking about it during the day. What if the drawing looked like someone I know? What if it looked completely unfamiliar? What if it felt strangely familiar somehow? The next day, I checked my email, and there it was. The message had arrived. Inside the email was the drawing. My soulmate sketch. I paused for a moment, because suddenly this experiment felt real. Then I opened the image, and I have to admit, I was surprised. The drawing looked incredibly detailed. It wasn't just a random face. The expression looked natural, almost like a portrait. For a moment, I just stared at it, trying to imagine meeting that person someday. Was that really the face of someone I might cross paths with in the future? It was a strange feeling. Exciting, mysterious, and honestly, a little emotional. The email also included a short description. It explained the personality of this soulmate, how they might behave in relationships, what kind of emotional connection we might share. Some parts were surprisingly relatable, which made the experience even more interesting. Of course, I know many people will remain skeptical, and that's completely fair. I was skeptical too. But I have to admit, the experience was fascinating, and it made me think about love in a different way. Because what if somewhere out there, someone is meant to meet you, someone whose path will eventually cross yours? Whether you believe in destiny or not, seeing a possible face of your future partner is definitely an interesting experience. If you're curious, like I was, you can try the same service I used. I left the official link in the description. If you do try it, I'd love to hear what your sketch looks like. And who knows, maybe one day you'll see that face again in real life.